So now that you know it's Cleveland, are you excited?
I would have been excited either way for playing for a championship. So we understand the challenges that they present and the history that we have, and it's gonna be fun.
Where do you think your guys' rivalry between you and the Cavs ranks, in all-time NBA rivalries?
I have no idea.
Like, you consider it like a Larry Magic kind
It's
of
still
thing?
it's still developing. If you call it a rivalry, it's still developing. So you can't really label it right now.
Steph, LeBron's
How does it feel
a
to
few
be
years
playing
older
the first
than
couple
you
games
are.
at home?
Say what?
Playing the first couple games at home, we were down there. The fans are mobbing Oracle this morning to buy gear up, and they're ready. They say they're feeling it. That you guys are going to do it. How does it feel for you going into Game 1 at home versus away?
Honestly, our only experience, starting the finals is at home. So it's kind of second nature to us. Hopefully, we can get off to a good start and feed off of our crowd's energy and just the excitement in the building. And even in the entire Bay Area, you can kind of feel it. And they know, what time it is. And so that's what you work so hard for during the regular season, to have home court, and we need to take advantage of it.
How much better do you think this Cavs team is this year versus last year with some of their additions? They've been together longer, obviously.
I'm sure they're better. You watch them, you kind of understand their tendencies. They play a very similar style that they always have, but and we haven't seen them since January, so you can expect them to be a lot better than when we played them that night at Oracle. But for the most part, you know what LeBron does, you know what Kyrie does, you know kind of their style, and we're familiar with that. So there'll be some familiarity with that. But other than that, I think when you look at the whole squad, they're have a good kind of chemistry and vibe. Looks like they're having fun. That we want to do something about that.
Mike Brown has said that what stands out to him about LeBron over time is how he's worked and continued to get better. He's 32, a few years older than you are. I mean, how impressive is it how he keeps elevating his game?
And that's what greats do. They always push themselves to new limits beyond what anybody thinks they can, and get the most out of the opportunity to play every single year. He's obviously been healthy and been playing at an extremely high level for a very long time. And I don't know if people question, how long he can stay at this level, or even obviously he's getting better. That's only for him to say, but. Anybody who's competitive and passionate about the game and wants to get the most out of it is going to put that work in, and he's one of them.
Hey, Steph, I realize you don't always guard Kyrie, but what do you see when you watch him play? I mean, it seems like there's some similarities in the way he uses his ball handling to create shots the way you do. I mean, do you see some parallels in the way he plays compared to you, and what sort of jumps out at you about why he's so successful?
He just keeps you on your toes. The ball handling aspect of what he relies on the floor to create space, to get by guys, finishing at the rim. He's kind of unpredictable, which is a key trait for great scorers and playmakers like he is. So he obviously his ball handling skills is probably top in the league when he can. The way he can, he's so shifty and finding ways to create that space, and so he's tough to guard. And you have to try to just take one thing away and hope for the best in that aspect. You just try to funnel him to the defense and figure out ways to try to slow him down, but he's tough.
Steph, can you explain the art, I guess we can call it that, of the JaVale lob, and how that's been such a huge part of sparking some energy for you guys? Is it fun for you when you get to, when you look for him and kind of have that plan?
Yeah, we almost get in trouble because we try to do it too much, even if it's not there, because he has the ability to catch it really anywhere around the rim, around the backboard. So you can kind of see it developing when he gets a free lane to the rim. And as a passer in that situation, literally feel the most confidence that if I just get it anywhere up there, he'll go get it, and usually he does.
How great of a fit has he been here? I mean, he's one of those journeyman guys who has been a lot of places already.
Yeah, it just speaks to his kind of character and perseverance and work ethic and his belief in himself that when he's out there on the floor, he deserves to be out there on the floor. He belongs and can make an impact. And when he showed up here, he understood the opportunity and he's taking full advantage of it. So it's great to see. It's obviously been a huge help for us as we've gone through this entire season and the playoffs, and I expect that to continue in the finals.
What? Everybody expected you guys to meet up here. Do you feel like what's your take when people say that the league is pretty much watered down? So we all felt like this was inevitable.
I mean, that almost is kind of disrespectful because it's almost like it's easy for us to get here. Like, it wasn't that at all. Us and Cleveland worked our butts off all year to put ourselves in a position to be playing for a championship. And the league is as strong talent-wise across the board as it's ever been. And every night you get challenged. Obviously, we had that one stat against the points differential all year. We had a pretty solid, showing in that respect, but every night was hard. Every night was challenging, and we can't just sleepwalk through a season, sleepwalk through the playoffs, and expect to be here. You got to do something. You got to come out every night and prove yourself. Granted, anybody who's betting on who's going to be in the finals probably picked us too, but it's easy for them to say that and just wake up in June and see it happen. We had to put that work in all year long to make it happen. So. We've got to be proud about what we've accomplished and look forward to the fun that we're going to have in the series.
Stefano, most importantly, obviously, is getting to the finals, winning a championship, regardless of who it's against. But obviously, your owner, Joe Lacob, last week said he wanted Cleveland. He felt like there was unfinished business. And Draymond just said, hey, they took, giving them credit, they took the ring from us last year. We want to take it back. What is your take? Have you kind of wanted this matchup again, a chance to finish the business and take it back?
I won a championship, and I would have been as excited no matter who we were facing. Obviously, there's history with Cleveland, and I only know what it's like to play in the finals against Cleveland. So that's, like I said, it's a very familiar situation that should be very comfortable in, and they are quote unquote the champs. They have the ring in their pocket from last year. For us to get back on top of the perch, they're the team we have to go through. With all the storylines from the last 24 months in there, so it's gonna be fun.
How well rested does this group feel right now?
I'd have to ask everybody how many hours of sleep they've been getting, what kind of pillows they're using. They got Tempur-Pedics or whatnot. I hope everybody's taking care of business on that front.
What about compared to last year?
I saw some numbers about how many minutes I guess Draymond, Clay, and even KD last year, how many minutes they had logged up to this point. Obviously, I was hurt, so I missed a couple games, but it's almost double, I think it was, for most of the guys in that situation, which has to be a help. To have gone through, only have to play 12 games and have played well in all of them, have a good rhythm and good flow. Obviously, we've had some bangs and bruises and some guys down from time to time, but this break will help us get healthy. And hopefully we'll all have, a lot fresher legs going into this series as we did last year. Obviously, coming off a huge Game 7 win against the Thunder last year, and that back and forth is kind of a quicker turnaround. So. Lot different situation, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to show up on Thursday and everything's going to click right away. You have to have the mental kind of focus and toughness behind it too.
But do you think it means you can play longer minutes in the finals if needed?
You know who our coaches are. They never let us play minutes, man.
Steph, speaking of one of those new storylines is Mike Brown going against the team that he coached twice. I mean, can you imagine what that could mean to him?
I think at the end of the day, we get this championship and Coach Brown gets his ring. I don't think he's thinking about I beat Cleveland. And feeling vindicated or whatnot, but I'm sure deep down there's a fire for sure, just burning on, wanting to get this win and just enjoy the situation he's in after, like I said, all he's been through in the Cavaliers organization. I'm sure he enjoyed his time there and enjoyed coaching LeBron and whatnot. Has great memories, but this is this year.
Steph, since the playoffs begins, individually you become better and better. Your playoffs average points is much higher than the regular season. So could you talk about that?
I'm just playing aggressive, playing confident. Obviously, shots were falling. Trying to do other things other than just scoring, so I can help my team, put us in the best situation, situations to win, and that's it really. The moment is bright right now, and you kind of got to live up to it, and this is what we live for as basketball players, to be playing in these type of games that matter the most. And we have four wins left, and we got to do whatever we can to get them.
How
So if you were
difficult is it?
you were.
How difficult is the approach to defend LeBron? Mike was even talking, he kind of compares him more to a Magic because he is kind of a facilitator, pass-first guy, but then when he needs to score, he can. And then this year's Cavs have more scorers and shooting around him. That balance of defending him and knowing when to shift and help him.
I mean, it's tough because he demands a lot of attention, obviously, just in the one-on-one situations, wherever, if he's on the perimeter, on the block, you got to have antennas up, ready to help. But he's such a great passer that K-Love is always in the right spots to knock down open threes. The other shooters that are spaced around him are threats that you have to be aware of, and obviously Kyrie, what he does. So it is tough. It's gonna take a lot to slow those guys down, but I think we're up for the task. And no matter statistically, what the numbers look like from game to game, we'll know if we've made it hard enough on him and made it tough enough to score and to play make. Just our energy and effort and focus in that sense, and we got to get off to a good start.
Good guys. Thanks.
Thank you.